Good evening. Phil Lindeman with your Krystal 93 News from Luna Lending. A gypsum contractor, Peter Dillon, pleaded guilty this morning to one count of felony manslaughter for a fatal trench collapse in Breckenridge in 2021. Dillon is currently out on probation, but faces up to 12 years in jail. He is sentenced in November. The family of the victim, Marlon Alfredo Diaz, was not there today. They will testify at sentencing. Lightning sparked another small wildfire in Summit last night.
Every night that we've had these lightning storms, thunderstorms, we've had a fire.
That was Sheriff Jamie Fitzsimons on the Krystal 93 Morning Show today.
These are all been like single tree lightning strikes in the middle of green grass and sage, standing water, and the trees are burning.
None of these local lightning fires have spread. Fire officials reviewed local fire danger today, and danger remains moderate in Summit. Some areas of the county were considered high danger just before the rain arrived. Others are now wet enough to be low danger, but forecasts call for dry weather into the weekend. There are still no fire restrictions. Summit County is looking at simple ways to conserve water, like turning off the sprinklers in a rainstorm.
Those sprinklers were going off last night in the middle of pouring rain. I think we've got a lot of ability to lead by example, and I think the front of the courthouse would be a perfect place to demonstrate that we're going to walk the walk.
That was from this week's county commissioners meeting at the old county courthouse in Breck. Summit wants to partner with local towns for countywide conservation programs and incentives. The Silverthorne outlets have been losing revenue for a year straight. The latest town tax report shows the last time the outlets were in the black was May of last year. They have suffered double-digit losses 8 of the past 12 months. Welcome to Under the Radar with Frisco Town Manager Tom Fisher, explaining the town's interest in a new county housing project at Bill's Ranch.
Frisco's role really is as a water provider in this area.
Bill's Ranch is not actually within town limits. It's the same as nearby buildings, county commons, the hospital, and state patrol outpost.
We service the water for that area, and that agreement still has water available in it.
This extra water is what Summit will tap into for new housing.
I don't see any issues with that right now.
And this project has nothing to do with Feast or Preserve, a slice of open space that was once being considered for senior housing.
The project that's being talked about has nothing to do with that plot of land. It's some other land that the county owns.
Learn more about this new county project next Monday, August 7th at County Commons from 5:30 to 7 p.m. Tune in again soon for Under the Radar with local town managers. And in local sports, today on the Warmup, from iFurnish in Frisco and Kremling.
It impacts not just the people around him, but like a whole entire community of cyclists throughout the world.
That was local mountain biker Lassie Konechny reflecting on the loss of Magnus White. The 17-year-old was killed in Boulder this past weekend. A car hit him on a training ride. He was preparing for Junior Worlds.
It's a deep shock for everybody right now. My brother was a close friend.
Lassie's brother, Nico, is traveling to Junior Worlds without his friend. He's on a plane now.
He's a racist for Magnus. I think everybody is.
Lassie says road rides are a part of his training plan.
I love to go on the road. I love, riding up Montezuma. I like riding down Swan Valley.
But the death of a friend weighs heavy on him.
It's come to the point where you can't rely on the people in the vehicle. You got to rely on yourself.
His best advice? Stay alert behind the wheel and slow down. Shaving 5 minutes off your drive time is not worth taking a life. This has been the Warm-Up with local athletes. Phil Lindeman, Krystal 93 News.